What's going on? Hey, so my name is Neiko Guillory. I am the founder and partner here at Grand River Fence Company. I want to introduce myself. I want to kind of dive into what to expect when you are getting a quote from us. The very first thing when you do receive a quote from us is you're going to receive a job packet. The packet's going to have some informational, some educational documentation, stuff like that. But so for those of you who don't know, I was previous military. My business partner is also previous military. We have an extensive background in the military side, but I've got a lot of experience here in the defense world nowadays, and it's a strong passion of mine. And we both share a common passion towards education and learning and professional development. So, because we have these couple of key details, these passions towards our clientele, we want to give you all the information up front so you can make the best decision possible for your fence. Right? And yes, I'm sorry to say, but there is a difference between us and other companies out there. And we want to showcase why we are different and what are the pros of using us, right? So the very first thing we want to do is give you a good experience working with us. So part of that is building out some of these job packets. So the very first thing in here when you receive it is going to be an information. So a cover letter of who we are as a fence company, right? The green team, Grand River Fence Company. This is who we are, what we do, what we're about, our mission statements, our people, like a community, who we are, what we do, why we do it, right? We want to make sure that you are getting the education up front. Okay. The second page, we're going into our installation method. So the iDrive power system, a superior foundation for stronger fences. This is in contrast to the traditional dig and set method. I don't know any other company in the Grand Rapids area that is doing the iDrive power system. In fact, I only know one other company up north in Traverse City that's doing the iDrive power system at all. So, and the reason for that is because it's newer. It's new to the industry. There's people who don't believe that it works, but we're here to say it's been tested. It's been proven. We have national recognition. There's multiple certification programs already put out into the market in the industry for us to properly employ this iDrive power system. And yes, there is a licensing program that we conduct through this for us to maintain currencies on this. So when you get this document, I highly encourage you to read through the informational traditional dig set versus our iDrive power system, traditional benefits that you would receive from a homeowner standpoint, receive as well. And there's plenty more. This is by no means exhaustive, but this is a good start for some educational purposes so you can make the best decision for your fence, whether that's aesthetic or privacy, security, whatever it might be. Past that, then you're going to go into our third page here, which is actually a summary of our warranty. So we do have lifetime workmanship warranties, and with the warranties you get with wood, vinyl, aluminum, and chain link. The biggest thing around wood is you're buying the natural aesthetics of wood. It warps, it cracks, it fades. Those are all normal things, but you get a lifetime workmanship warranty specifically towards your gate because we use an aluminum framed riveted gate black powder coated gate frame. So that gate frame is guaranteed to not sag or break or anything like that. So we guarantee those for a lifetime warranty. And then our pipe as well. So the pipe driven into the ground, the foundation of your fence, the most expensive part to replace is lifetime guaranteed because of how the system works. To include VECA, we use a VECA vinyl product for now at least. And with the VECA product, it's a high quality product that we can only get from local vendors. You're not going to go out and buy this on a big box store. Just not. And then aluminum, we use DSI, which is Digger Specialties. Lifetime warranties on materials, powder coating, workmanship, chain link fence, 5-year rust-free warranty on materials. Chain link is very simple. It goes in the ground, metal's exposed, or you got your black post exposed. So nothing too crazy about the chain link stuff, but you definitely are getting a more robust, stout fence when you work with us for the chain link fence because every post is at minimum a Schedule 20 or 40. meaning you have a much stronger fence post, because most residential companies, especially if you get them from like Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards, your big box store companies, they'll send you home with a very lightweight wall. So the thickness of the wall itself is what gives the rigidity, the strength of the tubing itself. So the material is very, very thin. The materials that we use is 3 to 6 times thicker than what they are using at the big box stores, which means a much longer duration. It's going to last a lot longer. It's going to be a better quality galvanization, so less chances of it rusting out on you and everything else. So this is kind of a good summary of how our warranties work. Contact information, of course, once the job is installed. And then finally, probably one of my favorite documents here is how to vet your fence contractor. We get so many questions about, specifically around price. Like, we're the most expensive company, and hey, can you come down on this price here or there? Like, hey, this doesn't quite match up on our estimate. Can we get things changed so we're comparing apples to apples? Like, great. Happy to do all of this, have a conversation around it. But the biggest thing is making sure that you are absolutely not just being educated, but understanding and comparing apples to apples. Truly, is the fence line accurate from what you are getting your quote from? Are you comparing accurate materials? Is your installation methods different? Is your lifetime warranties going to be different? Do you have a better client experience? Is the guy that you're hiring going to come back and fix the issue in 5 years down the road if something arises? The biggest thing that we want to sell in our company is a peace of mind, knowing that you can have someone to call back on at a given notice to help whatever issues you might be having with your fence. Right? So this is a summary of how to vet your fence contractor to make sure that you're getting exactly what you're purchasing. Right? We don't want to spend, during the lifetime of owning a home, very rarely will we have to purchase 2 fences. So I think if you're able to buy once and be happy, right? Don't have to worry so much about it. Low maintenance items are very nice for fences, like vinyl and aluminum. But continuing on, one of the last pages that you're going to have in there is the actual estimate document. There's some information in here. So our contact information is all up top. Our sales rep, Shane Davis, my business partner, is also in here. So what's really cool is we are, in fact, veteran-led. So like I said before, Shane and myself are both ex-military veterans here. I was eight years in the Air Force. He was, I'm not sure, I think he was 6 or 8 years in the Army, though. And so, yeah, breaking this down real quick. So if you scan this QR code would actually take you to our educational document. So our educational document has a bunch more reading and video content for you to consume during the educational time frame. You're going to see some things in here. So this is a project description. So there's going to be some photos of some mock-ups of the fence that you would be purchasing, what the finished product may look like, a description of the work that's going to be getting accomplished, a layout, so a drawing of the layout of the fence to ensure accuracy, the placement of the fence itself, where the gates are going, so on and so forth. How many sections or feet of fence that's going to be going in the ground. That's another thing that separates us. We do all of our fences by the section. We do not sell by the foot. That's a common misnomer inside the industry and our clientele, to think that we're going to give a dollar per foot range, but in accuracy, we do things by the section. So each section has a certain cost. Type of material, wood, vinyl, aluminum, chain link. The materials itself, materials, vinyl, wood, chain link, aluminum. Type is the design. So 6 foot tall wood privacy fence, we call that the King Plus. If it's a white vinyl privacy, flat top. How many quantities of walk gates, the quantity of double drive gates, quantities, so numbers of sections, the type of fence, the description of the fence, the total dollars associated with that. And then this would be your primary project. So the one, let's say that you have 3 line items in here, and one of which was one that that we believe that you were most interested in, then we would put the price of the primary project in here. And then once the contract is approved on your side, you're going to have 3 options at the very bottom. You're going to have approved quote or move to contract, update quote, decline quote, and you can select one and then come back and we'll send over the approval for the signatures. All right. So that's kind of an overview of all of our job packets. If you have any questions around our company, who we are, what we do, if you're looking for a quote, do not hesitate to reach out. Love to have a conversation. Thanks again. See ya.